Hey guys, Kevin is prepped for the series premiere of Blunt Talk Season 1, Episode 1. I seem to be running out of dreams for myself. Now, this show does not premiere onto Stars till 9 o'clock, but I figured I would watch it live. I wouldn't watch it live because of the fact that there's a really horrible Lifetime Full House movie on tonight, and I'm only going to watch it because I watched the Saved by the Bell one, so I gotta watch the Full House one because I know you guys want me to. So, unfortunately, because of that terrible movie, I'm assuming it's gonna be, I wasn't able to watch this live, which really sucks. I wish I was, but, I was definitely looking forward to the show. I wouldn't say it was hyped out of my mind for this show, but the cast looked fantastic. It looked like a very fun show, and plus Stars has been doing very good lately. But also is most interesting because it's executive produced by Seth MacFarlane, and for years he has been trying to get a live action television show, and he has not been successful. I mean, he did Dads, that was canceled. He did, trying to think of what else he did. There was another show, I can't remember what it was called, but that was also canceled. He has tried so many attempts at trying live action shows, and he's failed miserably. It has not worked at all, and it sucks because it just, but the thing is with this, is that this was definitely, a more mature show. This is on Stars. He can basically get away with whatever the hell he wanted, so I was really hoping this would be great, and I have to say, Blunt Talk was hilarious. I love this show. I wasn't expecting the show to be as funny as it was, but it really is great, and I really do love this show. The plot is really simple. We focus on this guy, Walter Blunt, who basically, he gets drunk one night in a bar, and he ends up picking up this 21-year-old prostitute, and she basically gets involved in this whole scandal that may cost him his cable news job, and he also is suffering. He has to take pills and things like that, and it's basically hilarity ensues. That's basically the plot, and I really do love the plot of this show. And there are a lot of things that I think are fantastic in this show, mainly the acting. Everyone here, now the thing is about this episode is that besides Patrick Stewart, nobody really gets a huge moment, but you really do see how great this cast is going to be, which I think is fantastic. Patrick Stewart as Walter Blunt is perfectly casted. I mean, just the fact that this is Patrick Stewart doing all this crazy shit is hilarious to watch. The first, 3 minutes, he's rapping in a car, picks up this prostitute, asks to suck on her tits. I mean, it's as hilarious as you can imagine. I mean, again, this is Professor X doing all this stuff, and I think it's hilarious to watch Patrick Stewart do that, and he has really good comedic timing. He's really funny in the show. He has some really hilarious one-liners. There is one scene in this episode with him. He basically decides to do a newscast and interview himself to try to make himself look good, and it's as hilarious as you can imagine. He did a great job, and I definitely really enjoyed his scenes. I also feel I really like his character as a whole, because Walter Blunt, yeah, he did some bad things, but he's not a bad guy by any means. He doesn't think he did anything wrong. He's trying to prove that he did nothing wrong, and I really like his character. He was really great, and he definitely did a really great job. Jackie Weaver, I can tell is going to be really good. She didn't have much to do in this episode, but I can tell she's going to be very good in the show. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what she can do. The only other person that gets as much to do as Walter is Adrian Scarborough as Harry, who you really see the bonding between these two. There is some heart there between the two of them, which I do like. I like that there is a little bit of heart, because Harry really does want to help Walter, and he wants to stick by him. You see that they were in the military together, and now Walter's kind of gone on this path, and I really like seeing that. I thought the bonding between these two is really great, and I really do see that maybe they might have some emotional scenes together in the future. I could definitely see it happening. Dolly Wells really had nothing to do, and neither did Tim Sharp, but everyone I think really did a great job. I think the cast in this show is very, very good, and I definitely like how everyone does for the most part. They all really did a great job. The directing here, the creator, Jonathan Ames, did a great job with this show. You can definitely tell that he's just trying to have some fun, and he definitely did a great job with that. That's something I thought was really great. The writing is so good to this show. A lot of shows nowadays with comedies, they'll just have punchlines, but this show is more like situational comedy. I mean, he gets into situation after situation after situation. It's hilarious to watch, and I love the situations on the show he gets into. There are also some really funny dream sequences that are just so random, but they work so well. And you know what? The thing I love is that Seth MacFarlane, as I said, was able to get away with a lot more. You can definitely tell this was written by Seth MacFarlane. If you guys were hoping this had more of like the Ted kind of humor, that's exactly what this has, which I'm very happy about. It's very smart satire. It's very funny stuff, and I, for the most part, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny, and there's a lot of stuff I'm definitely really enjoying about the show for the most part. I definitely think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I do have a few complaints, not too many. I just have really one complaint with the show. That was the ending. The ending kind of fell out of place with him just like collapsing. Why did they play like that sad song at the end? I understand that they're trying to show like the worst is yet to come, but this is a comedy, and I don't understand why we couldn't have just ended with that hilarious sequence of him talking to himself. That would have been really funny. And then you had him collapse. I mean, it just kind of fell out of place. Like, it would have been fine in another episode, but this episode just kind of felt like that was their way of pulling us in, showing us what the show has in store, and I'm fine with that, but it just kind of took me off guard. Other than that, though, I really do love the show. The cinematography, I think, is great. The editing's really great. I can't wait to see where they go with this show, and I definitely really do like that. And I think for the most part, I'm definitely really looking forward to seeing how this show will be. I really don't have much else to say about it because, again, this was only the pilot, and you can definitely tell this was the first episode because not a lot happened. It was more of just setting up the story, setting up what's going to happen, and a lot of the episode was pretty much just Walter trying to convince everyone that he didn't do anything wrong, and now we're moving forward with the show, which I'm fine with, but it's, you know, it's not one of those pilots where a lot of things happen. Not a lot happened here, and I'm fine with that, but I really do like where the show is going, and I'm sorry this review is shorter, but I just don't really have too much to say about this episode. I really enjoyed it, though. I think it's a really funny show so far. I really do like the cast. I think this could end up being one of Starz' biggest hits, definitely. I think Starz definitely has a hit on their hands. Seth MacFarlane finally, I think, has a good show. I believe this was already renewed for a second season, if I'm not sure. I think that's true. But I think that's great. Also, I really give props to Patrick Stewart because of the fact that I don't think has ever done something this raunchy before, and this show, when I say it's raunchy, it's really raunchy. It's from the guys that did, like, you know, of course it's from Seth MacFarlane, so you know how raunchy it is, but just seeing it that way, I think is really, really funny, and I definitely really like that. Also, the way the show pokes fun at the news, I think is really funny. The show has a lot to say about the news and things like that, like the way you talk during the news, and I thought that was definitely very funny, and I think Patrick Stewart is spot on, and I really do love this show, and for the most part, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where this show goes. So that's basically my review of Blunt Talk. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this was a shorter review. I don't have much to say about, okay? There are some pilots where I do have a lot to say, but this is one where I really don't have a lot to say. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going. Let me know what you guys thought of this premiere. I absolutely loved it. I think it was a fantastic premiere. I can't wait to see where it goes. Besides that, the ending, I really loved it for the most part, and that's basically my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be for the Full House TV movie. I'm looking forward to it so much. I'm not at all, actually. I'm watching it because I know you guys probably want me to. So, plus I grew up on Full House, like when I was a little kid, and you'll see. It's probably gonna be horrible, and it's probably gonna be a huge rant, but whatever. Check out this show. It's fantastic, and that's basically my review. Hope you guys enjoy it. I will see you guys next video, which will be for this horrible TV movie shit that I have to read. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Look forward to a very, very big rant, I'm assuming. I've seen clips, looks horrible, and I will see you guys for that. Okay, bye.